Alright guys, welcome back to the Law of Gaming. I am the Law, and here we're getting started on Hogwarts Legacy Walkthrough Part 5. It's been a slow start to things. A lot of things have happened that we've had to do, and we're still rushing until we get to that broomstick that we get to keep. Hopefully that happens in this one. I thought it was going to happen in the last one, but these conversations, they just take so long. So let's just hop on in and see if we can get there this time. Oh, there is a lot of story in this game. Alright, so we just finished finding the map chamber. So we got to go back to Professor Fig's classroom. I hit the right button this time. Oh, it's been a while since I've run through this game.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
I can't remember
So,
what's next.
I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
If we have to do herbology and potions before we do our flying lesson, it may be put off yet again.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Alright. Alright, so now we actually get to see the world map. And as you can see, okay, yeah. All these little things are towns. We get it. Okay.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Okay, so real quick, so as I was saying before, you've got the map of Hogwarts. You can go over to just the Hogsmeade map, or you can go to the world map, and you can see just how big it is. Here, like it's just keeps on coming down over here. It's a big map. This is why once we get our broom, we'll be hitting every flue flame location, so that later on we don't have to dick around and we can just go straight to fast travel straight to where we need to be. All right, so we're skipping all of these for right now, so that we can just go to the quickest progression of the storyline in order to get to our flying lesson and get our broom. Alright, so we are headed to the herbology section. And I think for what we have unlocked so far, this is the quickest one, or the closest one.
But it's always so noisy in the comments. There's something in there. I just know it.
Might have to go in and see if I can change the sensitivity on this right joystick. There we go. So we got the flue flame location for
Punja's onion
the
again.
greenhouses.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany. I
That's
wonder
pretty
if
cute.
you
Her name's
guys
Professor
like
Garlic.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
No pun intended.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how
Alright,
to balance.
so we
my
head on
starve
over
this
here
arrangement.
and
The physician
we
Restorative properties make it a
plant
vital ingredient
our
in the
dittany.
Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Here, dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello.
head back on
Saw
up
you on
here.
your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander.
Alright.
I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cab. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
He doesn't have
Excuse me?
anything really
Your duel with Sebastian.
interesting to
And
say
he's
to
good.
us.
Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a
Yeah, we
dragon
can
skull
go ahead
on
and
someone
collect
during
these
a
other
fight.
things while we're here,
With
but
Gryffindors fight with honor.
is not
no
really
offense.
necessary right now.
Sorry. Here we are.
I mean, really,
Home
it's
of
not
the
really
Chinese
necessary
chomping
later
cabbage.
either.
Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. They'll do the rest.
Alright. So, come over here, and you hold L1, this thing comes up, and you use your right joystick to select which one you want to do. Now, these will be all of your potions and your combat plants, with the exception of your health potion, because your health potion is quick slotted on the directional pad. And then once you select whatever you picked in the little wheel thing there, you tap L1 and you just kind of throw it at them.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their
And it's kind of
hands
like,
on.
well, I mean, you see what it's doing.
Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I was
Trust me,
imagining it
Leander.
already.
I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants, too.
I
Ones
try
with
not to be a
parents and
dick to
plants in the
everyone,
garden.
but something
You
about
get
this
the
guy
idea.
just rubs me the
Anyway,
wrong way.
we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
I don't know, maybe he just talks too much. So after we do that, we come back over here to where we were
That
to begin with,
helpful reminder as to
and
why
talk
we
to the
should
professor
always
again.
wear our dragon hide gloves. I shall end
I
on
tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
And
I'm glad.
again,
Herbology is a
your
bounteous
conversation
subject.
choices do
Tend your
not
garden,
impact
and it will tend to you.
anything in the game.
Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Alright, and then next, I think we go
I
to our
imagine
potions
it's
class.
really relishing their new pots. Only cost me.
Oh no, we gotta go talk to this girl talks so much. Alright, track. And we gotta run a ways in order to get to her. Alright. Now you can fast travel out of Hogwarts, but we haven't gotten a Flue Flame location to do that with yet. Is that really? Oh no. Alright, so we got the exit. When did we get this? I don't know. Alright, so now we got a long run. This would have been a lot better with a broomstick, but I guess it's always a long run, so yeah, I guess I've never had a broomstick at this stage before either. So we haven't skipped anything, or we're not doing anything out of order. Well, we're skipping the side quests for now. We are going to do
This
them.
could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
But we're just running straight there. We're not going to do any of the puzzles or anything like that. Let's go talk to
It is
a girl
good to
that
see you,
talks
my
all
friend.
the time. And we got a Flue Flame.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently.
None of your
But
business.
whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Sorona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of
Good
stand?
for you.
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good.
Okay.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Need you for what?
Be on your guard.
your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
Oh,
What's going on here?
alright, yeah. Is that the next? Alright. So we'll do, alright, so we'll do the Trials of Merlin that we just got, and then we'll do potions. There should be enough time for both of those.
Yeah.
Inching ever closer to getting our broom. Of course, I keep saying that. I feel like y'all have good reason not to trust me anymore.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood, don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student! You can't be sick!
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
Stood aside!
Oh,
What's happening?
Why am I all
I'll watch the
weird?
light go out of your eyes.
Yeah, probably not. Alright.
Do you really think you can see?
I would go anywhere with you.
You take this student out here! Oh.
Incendio.
Alright, so fairly simple. No big deal.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swirl on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now? Incendio!
Merlin's beard.
The flames make the pyre sing.
Alright, so when it comes to the pillars, every Merlin trial is a little bit different. When it comes to the pillars, you need to set them on fire.
Beautiful.
And if there are pillars that descend into the ground, once you light them on fire, you have to get all of them before one of them lowers all the way. Otherwise, you have to start all over again.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow soup, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes.
Alright, good for you. Okay. So, alright, so that'll be finished in a second. So, potions class. Oh, fine. She has to stop talking first. Alright, now she's done. Alright, so now we can do this. Locate on the map. And what is the closest? Oh. And fast travel. Alright, so we definitely will not be getting our broom in this one yet again. But we're getting closer. Always getting closer.
Someone from the ministry.
I love that the fast travel locations in here, you just have to be next to them in order to uncover them or discover them. Much better than having to actually interact with
challenging and hazardous subjects
like
taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Alright, so this is actually a really easy potion to make.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients.
So you just follow the prompts on the screen.
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew.
Yes, it is.
Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
All right.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wanted me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Why not?
I'll get you the
We
Fwooper
are
feather,
Slytherin
as long
after
as you're
all.
certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
A well-prepared witch.
Alright, is there anything else? Nope.
Your potion station's organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
And it takes 30 seconds. So, as you can see, whenever we went to the potion station, we go up, we interact with it, and all of the potions that you have the recipes for are highlighted. But whenever you highlight them with your cursor, well, I wouldn't say they're highlighted, they're available. And you can see the ones that you don't have the recipes for are grayed out. Or, yeah, and they have the lock on them. Now, if you put your cursor over one that doesn't have the lock on it, but you don't have the ingredients for it, as you see down there, you'll see 0 out of 1 for Ashwinder eggs and 0 out of 1 for Mongol fur. So you'll need to go acquire those, and then you can come back and do it again.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Get it! Not again.
Dragon time! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
He knows. Do I deny it? Nah, we're a man. We
I'm
own
sorry,
up.
Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day.
Why does it want me to
Class is
talk to
dismissed.
this kid?
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I don't know. I don't know why it's telling me to talk to him. Alright, so those are the main quests that we have done. Now, sometimes it just takes time for your next main quest to show up. So, we will do one of our side quests here. Successfully avoid enemy attacks by rolling. Okay, so we can do three of these at once, really. So we're gonna go to the cross ones, to our little dueling club, and fast travel.
Future champion coming through.
Hello there.
Yeah, we'll do the combinations
Hello,
first.
Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
And yeah, let's do
That'd
it.
be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Alright.
Accio. Repairer.
Alright, so as you can see,
Something.
if you do the wrong spell, no big deal. You just start over again at the beginning. Now, we will need to equip Leviosa, as you can see up there.
Accio.
That's why I went ahead and
Incendio.
canceled.
Leviosa.
Good one.
Alright, come on. Leviosa, basic, Accio, and Incendio.
Nicely done.
Accio.
Accio, basic,
Incendio.
basic, Levioso, basic, Accio, Incendio, basic. It does get a bit repetitive. Alright, but that's it.
Impressive wand work.
And
I'd
that's
hate to face you in a
one
duel.
side quest finished. Yeah,
It was only a training
you're a
dummy.
little kid.
True, but it's a difficult dummy. Believe me, I know. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Plus, you'll be
You're so
even more
funny.
formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
Alright. What is this? Fine screw. Alright. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna finish these two side quests, and that will finish up this episode. This is the one that we are going to focus on the most because this is going to happen anyway. But I want this one up on our screen so I know how many more times I need to dodge.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of cross wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
I'll go it alone.
You
Then
can.
let's
It
get
makes it a little bit
started.
easier, but it's not really that hard as it is. So,
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
I don't really understand how this is fair. Alright, that just gives you everything we've gone over already. Well, we're not even going to attack other than this until we're going to get our dodges in. Come on. That's one.
Leviosa. I've been here for long enough.
Come on.
Put me down. Accio.
You guys are taking too long. Man up.
Incendio.
Winner.
Confringo.
That's two.
Confringo.
That's three. That's four. That's five. Oh, she actually hit me.
Accio.
I don't like that.
Incendio.
That's six.
There goes my wager. Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Is that all you've got?
Leviosa.
That's seven.
Accio. Incendio.
That's eight.
Accio. You're better than that. Leviosa.
That's nine. And that's 10. That should be it.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa.
And we're going to do one more in a minute just for good measure.
Come on, Leviosa.
Alright, so that was 11.
Don't shy
Might as well do 12.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa.
Alright, so we did all of that
One day I'll sign up for a round.
while trying to focus on just dodging. And we got hit once. I'm
That
just
was
getting
nothing.
started.
I'm just getting started.
If the best duelists in the school weren't enough competition, then perhaps you should consider transferring to Durmstrang.
Maybe I will.
To the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Alright, and so
Yes.
for that, you get like this really ugly clothing stuff. We have just enough time to finish this one up. Ah, of course.
I hope you were able to take care of everything I had asked.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand. Good work.
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do. What is it?
Yeah, I don't need all that.
Actually, perhaps another time.
Perhaps. Good to see you think things through.
Alright. So that's that. We've become the dueling champion of Hogwarts. We have done herbology and learned a little bit about plants. We've gone to potions and brewed 2 different potions. And we have learned Expelliarmus, which, as we already know, one of the most famous spells from the Harry Potter franchise. So, did not get our broom in this one, but I promise we are approaching that. We can't be getting far off now, but hopefully in the next one, if not the one after that, maybe I'll start making these videos a little bit longer so that we can get there sooner. It's definitely coming up soon, I promise you. And then things will get a bit quicker paced, and we can play around a bit more. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.